big heading, matter. Then what is matter? The teacher has given you a big definitions for matter, and you just learn, and after a long time you just forget. But now I'm trying to give you the concept of matter. Now comes to the topic matter. What is matter? uh, you you have a pen, clear? You have a notebook, clear? The pen or the notebook, when you put it on the table, it covers some space, and when you take that thing in your hand, you feel that it has some weight, clear? Take another example. If you have your book, when you put it on the table, it covers some area of your table, and when you just give it that book to your friend, you must feel that book has some mass, some weight, clear? Now come to the topic. What is matter? Matter means anything in the world, anything in the world, anything which occupies space and has mass. The two things you must observe: space and mass. It is called matter. Clear? Take another example. For example, I think your mother always given you to drink the milk. And I think you never like to drink it. But some children are very happy to drink that milk. Do you observe that the milk is poured in the glass? That means it takes the some space of your glass. And when the glass is filled with the milk, it has some weight. Clear? That means the water, the milk is also a matter. Clear? Now, uh, somebody also said that air is also matter. Why air is also matter? We just only feel it. But why it is matter? Consider the case. When we fill air in our balloon, just observe that balloon. Balloon has air, and so air takes some space in your balloon, and balloon just becomes big. Okay, that's why air is also a matter. Now overall, what is matter? Anything which has a space, which occupies a space and has mass. This is the definition of matter. Now, second topic you have seen in your book, that what are characteristics of matter? Characteristics means what are properties of matter, what are features of matter which we observe in that thing. Clear? When we break anything with a hammer, etc., it breaks into small pieces, piece into piece into piece into piece into piece, and the last little bit particle is known as atom. That means every matter is made up of small particles. Okay, Matter is made up of small particles, and the smallest particle in the last we got is called atom. A-T-O-M-S, atoms. Clear? Okay. But you haven't seen that atom with your naked eyes, with your own eyes. Naked eyes means with your own eyes. Yeah, we cannot see atoms with our own eyes. They can only be seen with the help of microscope. What is microscope? By which we can see smaller things. Clear? That means atoms can only be seen with the microscope and they cannot be seen with our eyes. This is the second property of the matter. First property of matter, matter is made up of small particles called atoms. Second property, atoms cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Now third property, it is observed by scientists, it is observed in telescope that these particles are constantly moving. They never stop. They constantly moving. Just like you kids when teacher's not there in the class. Okay. You can observe it in your daily life. If we have a small ventilator, small window in our room, and the one sunlight comes in our room, you can observe small particles moving randomly in the light ray which is coming in your room. And there you can observe that atoms are constantly moving in motion. They are constantly moving. This is the third property. Clear? Again we repeat. Atoms are made up of small particles. Second, atoms cannot be seen with the help of naked eyes. Third, they are constantly moving in different directions. Now, next property. You can observe that when we put our hands, we observe in middle of our fingers that we have some small spaces. In the same way, it is observed that between two atoms, whether they are too closer to each other, they are too nearer with each other, they have small spaces between them. That means particles of matter always have spaces in between them. Now next characteristics of matter is that as in the world, each people attract each other. We always attract by someone. In the same way, particles also attract each other. Now we just memorize. We have generally 5 properties of matter which we write in our notebook and get the marks, and definition of matter. Now memorize. What is matter? Anything which occupies space and has mass. Complete definition. That means occupies space and has mass. Now characteristics of matter. Every matter, matter is made up of small particles called atoms. Number 1. Atoms we cannot see the atoms with our naked eyes. Next one, these particles are constantly moving. They are in constant motion. Next, each particles have spaces in between them. And next one, every particle attracts each other. That means every particle attracts other particle. In the next video, I am going to explain. Hello my dear students, how are you? In this video, in this clip, I am going to explain the topic of diffusion. Clear? I'm not going to write anything. If you want to write anything, just pause my video, again listen them, and then write it in your notebook. Okay? Because in this video I'm going to give you the concept what is diffusion. Clear? If you like my video, if you like my way of teaching, if you like my way of giving you concept, then please share with your friends. I feel really happy for that. Okay, now comes to the topic diffusion. Generally it is the topic which is in class 9th, standard 9th, grade 9th of your school books. Okay, now comes to the topic what is diffusion. Diffusion means when one thing get mixes into another. Clear? Whenever a new student came in the class, he mixes with other students and became friends and become a boy like others, become a girl like others. This is the diffusion. That means mixing of one thing into another. Clear? That means what is diffusion? Diffusion is mixing of one thing into another. Clear? And how this diffusion takes place, I will tell you later. And what is the reason behind that? Why diffusion takes place? Where the particle has gone, I will tell you later. Please listen till end my video. Clear? Now I am giving you some examples. For example, diffusion in case of solids. Clear? For example, we have salt and sugar, or sand, yeah, salt and flour. Clear? When we mix them, clear? When we mix, they get mixed with each other. Clear? This is known as diffusion. Take another example. For example, if we have water and we put salt in that, then salt get mixes up into water, and we could not able to search the salt in the water. That means salt is diffused completely into the water. But the above example which I have given you earlier, that means salt and sand, they mix with each other. But salt and sand does not diffuse. They are only mixing. Because salt and sand does not lose their properties. It is just a mixing. When we mix salt and sand, they only mix into each other. They are not diffusing. But when we put salt into the water and we stir it, salt get completely diffused in water. We are not able to find the salt and we just find a pure water. So when one thing mixes completely into another, it is known as diffusion. So this is the case of solid to liquid diffusion. Now take another case. For example, diffusion in liquids. For example, if we mix milk and water, they get intermixed with each other. This is the diffusion in liquids. Now take another example, diffusion in gases, how it happens. Generally, our mother assumes agarbatti, or my mother just opens the bottle of perfume in the room, and the perfume get mixed into the air surrounding us. Clear? This is the mixing of gases. I think you got the concept of diffusion. What is diffusion? When two things get intermixed with each other and became one, it is known as diffusion. Now come to the point. Where the other particle has gone? In matter, it is found that between two particles, there must be some space. And that space is known as intermolecular space. And I will make a separate video for that. You must listen that one. Clear? In that video, I will totally explain what is intermolecular space. Clear? that now come to the topic that every matter has particles, and between two particles there must be some space, whether they are particles of gases, whether they are particles of solids, whether they are particles of liquids. So when a salt and the water, when we mix it, then the particles of salt goes into the spaces between particles of water, and we got a pure solution. Clear? That means when two things diffuses completely, the particles go into the spaces present in between particles of other matter. Clear? Now again I am going to revise what is diffusion. There, that means write down the diffusion. Definition of diffusion means, write down, intermixing of particles. Intermixing of particles of two different things by their own. I am again repeating, intermixing of particles of two different types of matter by their own is known as diffusion. For example, we have a question in our book. When we put a tablet of ink in water, the water becomes blue. When we put a tablet of copper sulfate in water, it becomes blue. Why? It is because of diffusion. In our NCERTs, we have a question that when we lit any essence in our room, we have a question just like this. When we lighten any essence stick in our room, it spreads in the whole room. Why it happens? It is because of diffusion. Clear? Now another topic I want to cover in this same video, that is the Brownian motion. Okay, I will take this topic in another video because I totally explained that this video is concentrated only on diffusion. So please follow me in another video where I'm going to explain the Brownian motion. Bye bye. Hello my dear students, welcome. If you listen my earlier videos of matter, thank you for that. And in this video again I am here. In this video I am going to explain you what is Brownian motion, what is intermolecular molecular space, and what is intermolecular force of attraction. And if I have got more time, then I will also explain some more topics in this video. But firstly, I cover all these three topics in this video. First topic is, which is most important topic generally asked in the examinations, what is Brownian motion? Clear? What is Brownian motion? Then actually matter is differentiated into two parts, generally into three parts: solid, liquid and gas. Liquid, I'm just explaining you, solid means just a book, liquid means water, and gas means air, oxygen. Clear? But liquid and gas, that means water and air, both combined we call as fluid, F-L-U-I-D. They are known as fluid because they can flow easily from one place to another. Anything which is fluid has the property of flowing from one place to another. You can observe it. When we pour a glass of water on the floor, it flows from one position to another. When we remove the bottle of the perfume, cap of the perfume goes into the air. That means it moves from one place to another. That means it is moving. Anything which can flow is known as fluid. Clear? And Brownian motion is observed in case of only fluids. One thing is that Brownian motion is discovered by a scientist, Mr. Browning. That's why, to honor that man, we name this type of motion as Brownian motion. And the definition of Brownian motion is that definition is what he observed, that man observed, that every particle in the fluid constantly moving in zigzag motion. Just only that thing. Every particle of matter or fluid, every particle of the fluid constantly moving in zigzag motion, this is termed as Brownian motion. Complete. Now, next one. And it is because of the zigzag motion, dust particles, air particles move from one place to another. Clear? Now, next topic I have told you earlier to explain intermolecular space. And there's a strong relationship between intermolecular space and intermolecular force of attraction. I'm explaining both the two topics side by side. So please be attentive, be careful when I'm going to explain this. Clear? Most important topic, which plays a very important role in understanding other topics also. Clear? It is observed that, you can also observe that, for example, if we have a book, clear? Here it is made up of small particles, atoms, and it is observed that particles in solids are very close to each other. Clear? And in liquid, they are a little bit far away from each other. And in gases, molecules are very far away from each other. That means, now come to the definition. What is intermolecular space? The space between two particles. Let us understand one example. For example, I am sitting here and my friend is sitting beside me. Clear? Even though we are sitting very close to each other, but we find that there must be some space between two people. Clear? In the same way, when particles are arranged in solids, liquids and gases, there must be some space between two particles. So, the space between two particles in any matter is termed as intermolecular space. Now come to another point. In solids, molecules are very close to each other, so intermolecular space is very less because particles are very close to each other. And in gases, molecules are far apart, then intermolecular space is more. Particles are far away from each other. You just learn, in solids, intermolecular space is very less. Clear? Now comes to another topic, intermolecular force. I told you earlier that matter has the property to attract other particles. Each particle has a property to attract other particle. When a particle attracts other particle, there must be a little type of force of attraction. For example, you have gone in a party. You see one boy, one girl, and you want to make that person your friend. That means you feel some little bit of attraction. Clear? In the same way, in matters, every particle has attraction with another particle. But it depends how close they are. For example, you and your best friends are very close friends. That means intermolecular force of attraction is very strong. Clear? Now come to the topic. In solid, intermolecular space is very less, but intramolecular force of attraction is high. Clear? When the particles are close, force of attraction is more. That means intermolecular space is less, intermolecular force of attraction is more. Now write down the definition of intermolecular force. The force of attraction between two particles. Write down. The force of attraction between two particles is known as intermolecular force. It is the strongest in solid and weakest in gases. Now in another video, I will explain some another topic. Till then, bye-bye.